Hi everybody, my name is Judy and this is my story of my breast cancer journey and my involvement with Paddlers for Life. I was diagnosed with breast cancer back in 2006. I remember it well. It was the day before my 47th birthday, so not many celebrations occurred that year. I had a lumpectomy, and because the margins weren't clear, I had to have a mastectomy. I then had chemotherapy and radiotherapy. When I had the mastectomy, I also had axillary clearance. Once I'd recovered from all of the surgeries and all of the treatment, I decided to have a reconstruction. So overall, I suppose it took about 2.5 years. It was quite a long, drawn-out process. And then once I recovered, I just thought, well, what now? What happens next? And I guess the treatment is so intense and it's all-consuming, really. I felt a little bit abandoned. I just felt I needed something else, something to help me to move forward. And I didn't really know what was out there. I didn't want to join a breast cancer group where we sat and discussed our problems and our worries or anything like that. That's fantastic for some people, but I wanted more than that. I wanted something where I felt I was physically helping myself as well as psychologically helping myself to get through what had happened to me and what I was trying to cope with. I also didn't really trust the advice I was given about being cautious about exercise, not doing too much in case it did any harm to my arm because of the risk of lymphedema. In fact, the opposite. I felt I should be doing more exercise, try to keep my arm active. So I did some swimming and various things to try and help myself as best I could. I must have had the cleanest windows in Carlisle because I was constantly out cleaning them to try and do another form of exercise in that way. But I just wanted something more and I didn't know what there was. And then one day, coincidentally, I saw a news item about Paddlers for Life on the local news, about the breast cancer dragon boat team. So I emailed and received a phone call inviting me to go along. So I did that the following Sunday. I was very lucky. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining. And when I arrived there was a real buzz in the air. Everyone was so friendly, very welcoming. So I was told about a little bit about the team and about the dragon boats, and that was a wow factor, just seeing the boats, absolutely amazing, beautiful dragon boats. So I was prepared. Well, I just thought I'd be watching to start with. I didn't think I'd be going out in the boat. I thought I'd be observing from the shore. But I was asked if I wanted to join the team in the boat. So obviously I said yes. So geared up, buoyancy aid, safety talk and paddle. Got in the boat and off we went. And I've got to say, within seconds of being out on the lake, well, I've often thought of it as it was like an epiphany. Immediately, this was, wow, this is what I've been looking for. This is what I needed. I knew immediately that was going to be it. That was what was going to help me get through everything. And I was right. It was just wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. And even now, I just can't really believe that it's there. It's there to help people like me who wanted something else but just didn't know where to turn. So I've never looked back. That was in 2009, so this is my 11th year. And it's just been a fantastic journey, a fantastic experience. For all I could never say, I'm glad I had breast cancer, I can say that if I hadn't had breast cancer, I would never have had the amazing experiences I have had. I would never have met all those wonderful men and women who are part of Paddlers for Life. I've attended 2 of the international dragon boat festivals and met women with breast cancer from all over the world. I went to Canada. That was in 2010, so that was the year after I joined. And then in 2014, I went to Sarasota and I just had the time of my life. It was fantastic, really, really great experience. And not just for the dragon boat racing, but for all the fun that went along with that as well. It was just brilliant. I participated in the Queen's Diamond Jubilee River Pageant on the Thames. I mean, well, how many people can say that? What an experience that was. It was just absolutely incredible. And to be part of history, it was wonderful. I've done an abseil, which I never thought I'd do anything like that. But more than that, they are fantastic things. But the most important thing is just the camaraderie we have in the group. If I hadn't done any of those things, it would still be just as wonderful. To go along on a Sunday and just know that you're going to have such an amazing time. Just, it's fun, there's laughter. Yes, some people do feel down when they go if they've had a bad week. There's always somebody there who you could talk to. There's always somebody there who listen. So there is the serious side to it. But if you didn't want to talk about anything, you don't have to. There's just this understanding, an unwritten rule, I guess, that if you want to talk, you can, and if you don't, it's fine. We all really understand how each other feels without talking about anything. We do eat a lot of cake, and that's great. We always like doing that. Yes, there's a lot of fun, but I also like to think that there is a slightly more serious side to it, and that is the exercise, the keep fit part of it. And that's one of the main reasons I joined, I guess, because I did want to be, I keep saying proactive, but that is how I feel about it. I feel like I'm helping myself to stay healthier, and that to me gives me a more positive outlook on life in general. It's made me exercise more away from paddlers, because when I get back on the water, I don't want to be stiff every Monday because I haven't exercised for a week. So it sort of spurs me on to do a little bit more myself. But the level of exercise is completely down to the individual. Nobody's under any pressure to do anything they don't want to do. You do it at your own level. You stop when you feel tired. You join in again when you feel better. So there's no pressure to do anything you don't want to do. We are there to support everybody, and everybody supports each other. We do have a wonderful group of supporters who are there for everybody, and I don't know how we'd function without them. We couldn't function without them. So we love them all. And it's just, well, it's not until you go and you join the group and you experience what we've all experienced, all as professional paddlers, that you know, we know what it is, the ones who've been there for a few years. And for all of you ladies who are yet to go out in a boat, you'll soon know what it's like. It is just fantastic. And I can't imagine not doing paddling, really. It eases all the stresses. When you get out on the lake, it just eases all the stresses of the week. I had a very stressful job, so once I'd recovered from everything, sometimes I was just looking forward to it, to get out on the lake and take that deep breath and let all that anxiety go. And you could do that so easily. It's just such a calming place to be. It's it is something you have to experience to really know what I mean. So that's what it means to me. I just absolutely love it, and it changed my outlook about how I felt about how I could progress and recover from all of the experiences I'd had. So it has been very positive for me, and I can't wait till I see you all again. Obviously, we're not on the lake for a while because of COVID-19, but I look forward to seeing everybody, old and new members, and I miss you all. Take care.